Hello, today we want to consider the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, that is WASSCE 2022, the General Mathematics Paper 2, question number 1A. Okay, and the question states that given that 7 minus 2x, 9, 5x plus 17 are consecutive terms of a geometric progression, GP, with common ratio greater than 0, find the values of x. Okay, so we want to solve this question today. We have been given some sequence, and the question wants us to find the value for x. So let's start. We have the sequence here: 7 minus 2x, 9, and then 5x plus 17. They are consecutive terms in GP. So from what we are having here, it means that this particular sequence is our first term, that is T1. This particular number or term is our second term, that is T2, and then this is our third term, that is T3. Now in this question, for us to get a value for x, what we are going to do is we are going to apply the idea of common ratio. Now the question is, how do we find the common ratio? Okay, for you to find the common ratio, it is the second term, that is T2, over the first term, that is T1. And this common ratio is supposed to be the same as the T3, that is the third term, over the second term, that is T2. So we are going to use this idea. All right. In that case, what is our second term? The second term is 9. So we are going to have our 9 over the first term, that is T1. And this is the first term. So the first term is what? 7 minus 2x. This is supposed to be the same as the third term. And the third term is what? 5x plus 17 over the second term, that is T2, and the second term is 9. So we are now having an equation. So what we are going to do is we are going to do cross multiplication here. We are going to use this 9 to multiply this, and then this one to multiply this. Okay. In that case, we are going to have 9 times 9. So we are going to have our 9 times 9 being equal to 7 minus 2x times the 5x plus 17. So we are going to simplify this further. Therefore, the 9 times 9 is going to give us 81, being equal to, we expand this. So the 7 multiplies this 5x, and that is going to give us 35x. The same 7 multiplies the 17, and that is going to give us positive 119. The negative 2x multiplies the 5x, and that is going to give us minus 10x squared. And then the negative 2x multiplies the positive 17, and that is going to give us minus 34x. So we are going to group like term. In fact, the highest exponent of the x is squared. Therefore, it means that we are having quadratic equation. Therefore, let's rearrange them. So we shift the minus 10x to the other side, and that is going to give us our positive 10x squared. Okay, we have 35x and then minus 34x, and that also is going to give us 1x. When we transpose that, it's going to give us minus x. And then we have positive 81 here, and then this one too is positive 119. So when we try transposing that, shifting the 119 to the other side, we are going to have our positive 81 minus 119, and everything will be equal to 0. And this will end up giving us 10x squared minus x minus 38 being equal to 0. All right. So now we are having a quadratic equation here. Now let's factorize. We can try taking the coefficient of the x squared, that is 10, and we'll use that to multiply the constant term. And this indeed is going to give us minus 380. So we look for two numbers in which when we multiply, we are going to get minus 380. But when we add, we get a coefficient of the x. So what we are going to do is we are going to consider these two numbers, minus 20 and then 19. Therefore, we are going to have our 10x squared minus 20x plus 19x minus 38 is equal to 0. We pick the first two terms and then we factorize. What is the common factor for the first two terms? We have 10x. So 10x, we open the bracket, we are going to be left with what? X minus 2. Okay. For the last two, we pick the common factor there, and the common factor there is going to be positive 19. So plus 19, we open the bracket, we are going to be left with x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, we are going to get two linear factors. That is our x minus 2 and then the 10x plus 19 is equal to 0. So we equate each linear factor to 0. We are going to have our x minus 2 being equal to 0. This is going to give us x is equal to 2. And we are going to have our 10x plus 19 also being equal to 0. And this will give us our 10x being equal to minus 19. Now x will be equal to minus 19 over 10, which is the same as minus 1.9. So these are the two values for x that we are going to get. But don't forget that from the question said with a common ratio r being greater than 0. If that is the case, then from what we have in there, if you try testing with the two x values, the value that is going to give us the common ratio to be greater than 0, indeed it is going to be x being equal to 2. Okay, let's try testing that. Our t2 over t1 was 9 over 7 minus 2x. When x is equal to 2, we are going to get our 9 over 7 minus 2 times 2, and this is going to give us 9 over 7 minus 4, and that is 3, and this is going to give us 3. It means that when x is equal to 2, indeed the common ratio is 3. But what about when x is equal to minus 1.9? Indeed, we are going to have our 9 over 7 minus 2 times minus 1.9. And indeed, this is going to give us 9 over 7 plus, this is going to give us 3.8. And this will give us 9 over 10.8, which is less than 0. But the question said r supposed to be greater than 0. Therefore, the x that is going to make sure the common ratio is greater than 0 is x being equal to 2. Alright, so this is where we'll bring today's question. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.